गिरिवरदारे। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरदारे। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जमुना तीरा वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिष्यमत अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस श्री प्रभुपाद की। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिष्यमत भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर श्री प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की। श्री श्री राधा विनोद भगवान की। श्री श्री नित्यानंद नटवर गौर सुंदर भगवान की। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की। शान यात्रा महामहोत्सव की। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स पदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुर श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरतिष्ये नमः। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंध जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Mukam karati vachalam pangul langhayate giring Jat kripa tamaham vande Sri Gurung dinatarinam Paramananda madhavam Sri Chaitanya Isharam. Hare Krishna. Is audible to all of you? Okay. So today is very special day. Today is the appearance day of Lord Jagannath. Snan Purnima Maha Mahotsav. And speciality of this day is that any appearance day of the Lord, we fast. But in Kali Yuga, Lord Jagannath is so merciful. He has changed that pattern. No fasting. So only feasting. So that's why people cannot relate today's appearance day. Because we remember appearance day. Why? Because we have to fast. We remember more Janmashtami because fasting is longer. Right? But for Jagannath, no fasting. For Rath Yatra also, no fasting. Snan Purnima, no fasting. And Krishna has two birthday, two appearance day. One is Janmashtami, and same Krishna as Jagannath is Snan Purnima. So in that way, we can understand the merciful nature of Lord Jagannath. So yesterday we discussed how the form of the Lord manifested, both in Dwarka and Vrindavan. Today we'll discuss something about Jagannath Puri and mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri. From tomorrow, after Jagannath appears today, so from tomorrow we'll be discussing Chaitanya Charitamrita, how Mahaprabhu performed his pastime in Jagannath Puri, especially related to Lord Jagannath and Ratha Yatra. So generally, in one dham, one form of the Lord is there. But in Jagannath Puri, there are two forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One is Daru Brahma, that is Lord Jagannath, and moving Brahma, that is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And mood is Vipralambha mood. That's why Jagannath Puri is known as Vipralambha Kshetra, abode of separation. All of you know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas at the age of 24. And after taking sannyas, Mahaprabhu was running towards Vrindavan. He was mad in ecstasy. But somehow Nityananda Prabhu tricked him and brought him back to Santipur. It's a whole discussion how Nityananda Prabhu could do that. While Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Santipur, in the house of Advaita Acharya, devotees from Navadvip, including Mother Sachi, came to see Nimai. After seeing all the wonderful devotees of Navadvip, Mahaprabhu was thinking that I think I have made a mistake by taking sannyas. He was thinking it was not a right decision. Looks like that. Seeing so many devotees, loving devotees, he was thinking, how can I stay without their association? But what to do now? Mother Sachi told Nimai that your brother took sannyas, and after that, what happened to him, we have no idea. I have no information and clue. Now, I was living in this body because you are there. Now, you also took sannyas. And I heard that you have decided to go to Vrindavan. And if you go to Vrindavan, then how can I survive? I'll die. So Mahaprabhu felt very sad seeing the condition of the mother. Then Mahaprabhu told, whatever you decide, I'll follow. So Mother Sachi told, after a lot of discussion, contemplation, Mother Sachi told Nimai that you cannot stay in Navadip because people will heavily criticize you. Because after sannyas, you cannot stay in your hometown. You have to leave that place, especially if you are married. So you cannot stay in that place. I cannot hear your criticism. And if you go to Vrindavan, it's too far. So I have come up with an in-between solution, win-win solution. Expert. The leaders are expert to have win-win solution. So I decided, I felt that if you stay in Jagannath Puri, that will be very good. Because Navadip and Jagannath Puri are like two rooms in the same house. Devotees from Navadip go to Jagannath Puri, and devotees from Jagannath Puri come to Navadip. In that way, I can get regular information about you, and with that I can survive. And he told Nima, you can also come sometimes to take a bath in Mother Ganges. So in that way, settlement was done, and Mahaprabhu was so happy. He said, happily, I am agreeing, I will stay in Jagannath Puri. But actually, Mahaprabhu did not stay in Jagannath Puri only because Mother Sachi wanted like that. That was the external reason. But Mahaprabhu also wanted to stay in Jagannath Puri. Why? Because Mahaprabhu appeared in this world to experience the mood of Srimati Radharani, the mood of separation. He wanted to experience that, and that experience is not possible in Vrindavan. Because Vrindavan, Radharani is there, Krishna is there, how he can have that experience? That's why Jagannath Puri is the place. Vipralamba Kshetra. So when Krishna feels separation from Radharani, that form is Jagannath. And when Krishna feels separation from Krishna, that form is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Two forms. Two forms of intense separation. And both of them are crying. Jagannath is crying in separation from Radharani, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is crying in separation from Krishna. And both of them are there in Jagannath Puri Dham. So this is a situation. So Jagannath Puri is very, very special abode, special Dham. Why? Because Aishwarya, Madhurya and Audarya all are there simultaneously. That is the beauty or exceptional nature of Jagannath Puri Dham. The temple area where Lord Jagannath is worshipped regularly, that area is non-different from Dwarka. That's why it is Aishwarya Dham. There Lord manifests his opulences. The way he eats, the way he dresses, all are very highly opulent, super opulent. like Dwarka. Then you have the place Gundicha. So this place is known as Nilachal, where temple is situated. And Gundicha temple area is known as Sundarachal. Sundarachal is Vrindavan Dham. That is Madhurya. And the place next to the ocean where the associates of Lord Chaitanya used to stay. When Mahaprabhu's associates used to come, Prataprudra Maharaj used to make all the arrangements for them to stay, like we do in Parikramana, tents. So that was done by Prataprudra Maharaj that time. High class arrangement was made. And because all the associates of Lord Chaitanya used to stay at that area, so that area where Gambhira is situated, Totagopinath temple is situated, Samadhi of Haridas Thakur, that area is known as Navadvip Dham, Audarya. So in that way, three varieties are simultaneously present in Jagannath Puri Dham. And not only in Dham, even in the form of Lord Jagannath, Aishwarya, Madhurya and Audarya are there simultaneously. Primarily Aishwarya in the temple, the way he eats, very opulent. He gave the boon to Indradumna Maharaj. What boon he gave? Indradumna Maharaj told Lord Jagannath that we will offer you food and you eat that food and you wash your hand. Before your hand dries up, another offering will come. And Jagannath was so excited. He said, yes, tathastu. Immediately. What a boon. So Lord wants to eat wonderfully. If you want to satisfy Lord Jagannath, you have to feed him properly. Otherwise, problem. Yesterday I was hearing a lecture, and in that lecture, when Maharaj was mentioning that there is a country, small country in Europe, and in that ISKCON temple, they had Lord Jagannath. Okay. And somehow, because of practical management issues, they reduced the offering, Bhoga offering of Lord Jagannath. They don't know what they did. So, Lord Jagannath appeared in the dream of one Mataji in India and told her that they have curtailed my offering. I am very upset. Please do something. It's a real story. It's not a... And the Mataji found out the country. It was a very insignificant country. And in that country, ISKCON center is very small. Somehow you got the contact number and called. I am calling from India. I got this dream from Lord Jagannath. Have you done this? So, yes. So immediately change it, because Lord is very upset with you. So they reinstated the previous standard. Even after that, after some days, again Mataji got a dream and told Mataji that they have some good mangoes, but they have put it in go down, they are not giving me. Please make sure it is offered. So Mataji called. He said, it's like that. He said, yes, we are thinking to offer later on. He said, no, don't delay. Lord is very upset. So please make sure offering is done immediately. So they offered the mangoes to the Lord. So by that we can understand that deities are not statues. Mahaprabhu used to see, they are not statues. You are not murti. You are Sakshat Brajendra Nandan. So Lord Jagannath is Sakshat Krishna, Shyam Sundar. So offering is done very opulently. Continuous offering is going on in Jagannath temple. Then dresses, jewelries. If you hear all these opulences, there's special big rooms stored with so many jewelries, so many clothes. So in that way, Lord exhibits his opulence, Lord Jagannath. Then he is also very sweet because Jagannath is the form of Krishna feeling separation from Vrindavan. Right? That is Madhurya. Yesterday we discussed in details how Krishna manifested his Jagannath form both in Dwarka and also in Vrindavan Dham. So in that way he exhibits his Madhurya. And what is Audarya? Audarya, two primary forms of Audarya. Number one, Mahaprasad. That is the advantage of offering to the Lord. If you offer, then it comes back. But in this world, if you offer, it never comes back. Gone. But Lord is so merciful, He takes, even after that, after taking, it comes back as it is, not as it is. It goes as Bhoga, comes as Mahaprasad. That is the merciful nature of the Lord. Even after that, people don't like to offer. In this world, we offer, they eat and they forget. But here, Krishna will never forget. And Krishna never takes, he gives it back. Still after that, people don't like to offer food to the Lord. They want to enjoy separately from the Supreme Lord. This is not good intelligence, right? From material point of view also, it is not a good intelligence. So Mahaprasad is very merciful by nature. If nothing works, Mahaprasad works. That's why Jagannath is very merciful. That's his Audarya Bhav. And also in Kali Yuga, people don't like to come to the temple because people have no time. People have no time. Recently, I had a wonderful story. One devotee was preaching to a man, very well-to-do man, and he said he was requesting you to chant the holy name. Okay. And he said, how can I chant? I don't have any time. I don't have time to die also. But I am very impressed by your practice. So I'll pay you monthly donation and you chant for me. He outsourced the chanting because everything is outsourced nowadays, so including chanting of the holy name. This is also not a story, it's a real event. So people likes to outsource the chanting of the holy name, spiritual practice, everything. So this is the world we live in. And Lord knows that also very well. People don't like to come to the temple. That's why Lord goes out of the temple and gives his mercy in the form of Ratha Jatra. So in that way, Lord Jagannath is manifesting all three qualities: Aishwarya, Madhurya, and Audarya. So this is the situation. Clear? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he stayed 24 years in Navadvip area, Bengal area. And 24 years he stayed out of Bengal. And he made his headquarters at Jagannath Puri Dham. From Jagannath Puri, first 6 years he was preaching Krishna consciousness. In his life, his preaching is only 6 years. Rest of the life in different things. Although his movement is a preaching movement, Mahaprabhu also encouraged, Jare dekho tare kaho Krishna Padis, Amar Aggai Guru Hoya, Taro e Desh. But what Mahaprabhu did? Mahaprabhu preached Krishna consciousness all over India. But he did that for 6 years. Then, out of these 24 in Jagannath Puri, first 6 years preaching in India, then next 12 years, he was interacting with the devotees in Jagannath Puri, attending all the festivals, teaching Vaishnava Sadachar. In that way, how we deal with the Vaishnavas, how we should have Sangha of devotees, and how we should perform different festivals, that was taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in these 12 years. And the last 6 years, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was completely absorbed in his ecstasy, experiencing the mood of Srimati Radharani, staying in his wonderful place called Gambhira. So while Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, morning time he used to go to have darshan of Lord Jagannath every day. Then he used to take some small prasadam and he used to go to meet Haridas Thakur. Because Haridas Thakur was not going to Jagannath Puri temple because of his background, and Mahaprabhu was very strict following the social custom. And Haridas Thakur was super strict maintaining that custom. And he used to see Nila Chakra, because Nila Chakra is same as Jagannath. If you see Nila Chakra, is equivalent to seeing Lord Jagannath. Because Haridas Thakur was not able to enter into Jagannath temple, so Jagannath used to come out from his temple every day in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he used to give his darshan to Haridas Thakur every day. That is the level of Haridas Thakur. We go to the temple to see the Lord, but here Lord is coming to see the devotees. See the position of Haridas Thakur. That's why Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada used to say, don't try to see God, because anyway you cannot see God. Right? What do we see? We see, oh, very beautiful. It's very good. But really we cannot see. But if we come in front of the Lord, Lord will see us. That is the reason a sadhaka should come in front of the Lord. If the Lord glances over us, then we become purified. That is the power of Lord's glance. So Mahaprabhu used to go to Haridas Thakur every day, and he used to discuss about the holy name with Haridas Thakur. After that, he used to go to take bath in the ocean. And after that, lunch prasadam. Lunch prasadam is like a festival every day. Either he used to take at his residence, mostly he used to go to different devotees' house on invitation. Devotees used to invite Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and used to feed him Jagannath Mahaprasadam. So that is the culture for the Grihasthas. The Grihasthas should invite devotees and feed them. And also on Panihati Day, we discussed how Raghunath Das Goswami fed so many Vaishnavas, and after that also he gave dakshina, an huge amount of dakshina. You have to be very generous in dakshina, right? People give dakshina, but many people don't give, and some they give, but very miserly they give. How much you should give? You know the story. It's not about the amount. Prabhupada wanted a standard of 50% to be given to the Lord, right? Krishna consciousness. But hearing 50%, 50 doesn't work. 64 rounds doesn't work. 64 items of devotional service outlined by Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu doesn't work. So Prabhupada from 64 came down to 16. That is also minimum. But we remove that word minimum also. We said how many rounds we chant? 16. Whether it's round or times, that also we don't say. We chant 16. 16 rounds, that is also minimum. The way people get the news that if you chant more than one round, more than 16 rounds, one round more, then that is 11th offense to the holy name. So they think this is not minimum, this is maximum. Perfection of life. Perfection, 16 rounds. We are not undermining the position of 16 rounds, but that is minimum. Because we are not in a position to chant 64. Prabhupada wanted to introduce 64. By hearing 64, people are so discouraged. 64 rounds. First they were shocked about hearing 4 regulative principles. Prabhupada said, if you are to be a student of mine and get initiated, you have to follow 4 regulative principles. And they wanted to hear what are those. Prabhupada said, no meat eating. Wow, shocking. No intoxication. No gambling. And last, no illicit sex. That was the most shocking. Then they very humbly asked, then what will do, Swamiji? Because life is all about this. So chanting 64 rounds. And how many rounds Haridas Thakur used to chant? 192 rounds. And we also calculate how used to chant 192 rounds. We need 2 hours for 16. So 2 hours, then how many you have to multiply 2 hours? Not 22. For 16 rounds is 2 hours. 192 rounds is how many 16? 12. So 12? Yeah, 12. So 416 is 64, 128, then 192 is 364 means 4 into 3, 12, 16. So 12 multiplied by 2. Kirtaniya Sadahari. But Haridas Thakur did not need 24 hours to chant 192 rounds. Because there are 3 levels of chanting. Bachik, Upangshu and Manasik. All 3 varieties used to be chanted by Haridas Thakur. And now when you are very, very advanced devotee, you don't need 7.5 minutes to chant 1 rounds. It takes much less than that. And when you chant mentally, it is much less than that. So more you become advanced, quality also improves, and speed also improves. But in sadhaka level, if you chant very quickly, then you will not chant properly. Some devotee came to me, he said, Maharaj, I am finishing 1 round in 3 minutes. I said, you are super fast. Vande Bharat. So why not become more faster? Finish in 1 minute. So that kind of thing is also not recommended. And some devotees, oh, I need a minimum 10 minutes, Maharaj. He said, how long you're chanting? For 10 years, I'm maintaining this. 10 minutes around, that is also too slow. Maybe they chant like that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then gap. Again, Hare Krishna. Then you can do like that also, but that is also not recommended. And some they chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That's also another style. So both are not recommended. We have to chant properly with proper speed, balance. Yuktahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu. In the same way, our chanting should be also balanced. And some people want to chant purely immediately. And also during morning hours. Right? And the way they chant, whether Krishna will be attracted or not, that is a big question. But Krishna will definitely not be there. Krishna will be definitely scared by the chanting. By the pose, we should take picture of those poses. As if if you do like that, the sound vibration, that's not, it's all about mind, it's not physical gesture. So unless mind is in mode of goodness, you cannot hear attentively. We are so much focused on externals, not working on the internals, but want to be wonderful chanters. We cannot become expert chanter. Expertise is not connected with chanting. We have to improve the quality of our life. Haridas Thakur is the example. And what is the qualification he has? Humility. Tinadapi sunichena, tadarapi saishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtaniya sadahari. That kind of person can chant the holy name properly. That is the quality you should cultivate. Not external gesture, what time you are chanting. That is also important, but that is not really important. We have to improve our internal qualities. So Mahaprabhu used to go to the houses and take wonderful lunch prasadam. So prasadam is also a festival for the Gauriya Vaishnavas. Actually, Prabhupada said festival means prasadam distribution. Prabhupada also explained deity worship means prasadam distribution. So Mahaprabhu used to honor prasadam and used to interact with the devotees. And after that, little rest, then Mahaprabhu used to go to Tota Gopinath temple and used to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from the lotus mouth of Gadadhar Pandit. For how long? Minimum 3 hours. For us, 1 hour is difficult. He used to hear every day, minimum 3 hours. And after that, he used to go to the temple of Jagannath, perform Sankirtan, then come back. Then in the evening, night, he used to discuss confidential subject matters with Rai Ramananda and Sarup Damodar Goswami. That was the life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri Dham. Luckily, he did not have any meeting to attend. No Zoom management meeting. He was free from that because he did not have that kind of setup where management was needed. And even if management was needed, he was not part of the management because he was inspiring people to manage. All the management was done by his secretaries, assistants, and all the other associates. Management is very much needed, but that should be done in a Krishna conscious way. Right? Krishna is very expert. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also expert. Ratha Yatra, what Mahaprabhu is doing? Only dancing. Singing and dancing. He is the leader. He is not having anxiety, but in this world, if someone is a manager, he is always in anxiety. Always in anxiety. Right? Krishna, one devotee, one person came from the West to check who is God. He came to India. He went to different temples, checked different lords in the temple. And while he was going away from the country, he had some interview with the reporters. So reporters asked him, what's your realization? Who is God? He said, Krishna is God. So reporter thought maybe he has gone to only ISKCON. Because Krishna is God in ISKCON. But he said, I went to all the temples, many temples I went. But I went to different temples, saw different forms of the Lord. But they are all busy, very busy, having weapons, this and that. And I thought, how come they be Lord? They are very busy managing their life. I am also busy managing my life. They are also busy managing their lives. How they can be God? But when I went to the temple of Krishna, I saw this personality has nothing to do. He's just playing the flute and enjoying his life. He must be God. So people also can relate that who can be God, right? Lord should be the supreme enjoyer. And if you have anxiety, you cannot enjoy. Even in this world also, the owner of the company does not work. He appoints the CEO, managing director, and he enjoys life in Switzerland. And he takes the money and enjoys, right? And who does the hard work? The managers. Expertise. If you want to be enjoyer, you need to be very intelligent also. We want to enjoy, but we don't know how to enjoy. That is another problem. We like to enjoy this world. Prabhupada said, where is the time to enjoy? He gives the example, those who are working very hard, they catch train also, no? Morning train in Bombay, in Calcutta. They come from far places, in London also. So they early morning they get up, get ready for the office, no time to take breakfast also. Run, run, run. Then they reach the office, whole day running, come back. Maybe late night, 10 o'clock. And it is also as a joke, even the children do not know who is the father. Because they cannot see him. So Prabhupada says, where is the time to enjoy? But they are thinking they are enjoying life. So you have to be a little intelligent. Prabhupada said, if you really want to enjoy, you should be intelligent enough. The kings in Vedic age, they are managing the whole earthly planet. Whole world they are managing. Right? Not a small country or big country. They used to manage the whole world. Parikshit Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj. You think they are very busy whole day, from the morning till night, they are running. No, not like that. Most of the time, they are sitting in front of the saintly people, the sadhus, and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. And taking part in yajnas. And making sure all the citizens are Krishna conscious. That is the primary duty of a leader. When leader makes sure all the citizens are Krishna conscious, then very, very little thing to manage. Why we are struggling so much to manage? Because people are not Krishna conscious. So primary duty we should have to make others Krishna conscious, and before making other Krishna conscious, we should make ourselves Krishna conscious. And that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did in Jagannath Puri. Jagannath Puri is an example how we should build up Vaishnava communities and how a leader of a Vaishnava community should act. So 12 years Mahaprabhu did that. So preaching is very important. But after preaching happens, what do you do with the devotees? That Mahaprabhu did for 12 years. 6 years for ecstasy, 6 years for preaching, but 12 years for Vaishnava interaction, Vaishnava community building, caring for the devotees, Vaishnava Sadachar. All this thing was done by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Jagannath Puri Dham. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came primarily to teach us how to deal with the devotees. Unless we know this, it's very difficult to experience real Krishna consciousness. So one devotee asked Mahaprabhu, how we the Grihastha devotees can attain perfection in our family life? Then Mahaprabhu said it's very simple. You have to render two kinds of services. Number one, Nam Seva. Second one is Vaishnava Seva. Two things Mahaprabhu told in Jagannath Puri. We have to chant the holy name and we have to serve the devotees, Vaishnavas. Then the devotee asks the question, asks further question. Mahaprabhu, Nam Seva, we can understand, we have to chant the holy name. But in order to do Vaishnava Seva, how do you know who is a Vaishnava? How to identify? Mahaprabhu said it's very simple. Whoever chants the holy name of the Lord is a Vaishnava. Devotees are very jubilant. Hari Bol. But still they are not satisfied. Question was asked again. Who is a Vaishnava? Then Mahaprabhu said, whoever chants the holy name 24 hours a day, he is a Vaishnava. Enthusiasm went down. Still they are not satisfied. Then same question was asked again. Who is a Vaishnava? Then Mahaprabhu replied, who inspires others to chant the holy name of the Lord. By seeing someone, one is inspired to chant the holy name of the Lord, he is a Vaishnava. Now they are satisfied. So which answer is correct? Which answer? One question, three answers. Multiple choice question we do now, MCQ. So one question, three answers. Which answer is correct? All three. But many devotees say, third one is correct. Because they become very enthusiastic. Everybody wants to become high class devotee, no? So Mahaprabhu answered the question in three different levels. Three answers represent three levels of devotees. Whoever chants the holy name of the Lord, struggling, maybe 16 rounds, many rounds, I don't know how many rounds, they're chanting. He is a Kanishtadhikari Vaishnava. Whoever chants the holy name of the Lord constantly is a Madhyamadhikari Vaishnava. And whoever inspires others to chant the holy name of the Lord, he is a Uttamadhikari Vaishnava. So Mahaprabhu inspired us to become Uttamadhikari. Unless we become Uttamadhikari, we cannot enter into the spiritual world. That's why we have to gradually come to the platform from Kanishta to Madhyama, then Madhyama to Uttama. We cannot expect I'll be at the level of Kanishta, struggling devotee, and enter into the spiritual world. That doesn't work. We can struggle, but struggling happens in the material world. We cannot struggle in the spiritual world. So struggling period is very important. We have to struggle, then gradually improve. And when we become matured, then we become Madhyamadhikari, then gradually we should become Uttamadhikari by the mercy of the devotees and the Lord. Then our life will be perfect. And that is the way we can attain perfection even staying at home. If you can chant the holy name of the Lord purely, there is no need to leave home. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. I did not discuss our Snan Yatra because that will be discussed in the evening. Any question, comment? Take mic if it is there.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ended his pastimes in Tota Gopinath temple.
Mahaprabhu's pastime cannot end. It's eternal.
In this material world.
In this material world.
Or
In this material world also it is eternal. But it was discontinued in this Brahmanda 500 years ago. There are three opinions how Lord disappeared. One, he disappeared by entering into the body of Tota Gopinath. He disappeared in the temple of Lord Jagannath. Also, he disappeared in the ocean. So, in that way, we hear from the authorized sources. So, how he disappeared is not so important. How he appeared, that is also not so important. Important what he taught and what he showed. That is important.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
And last question
Last.
from
You'll
me.
never ask
From me.
question
No,
again?
no. From me. From me. Last question, Maharaj.
Okay.
If you do parikrama of Jagannath Puri,
If you do parikrama of Jagannath Puri,
yeah. So is it equal to the parikrama of Vrindavan? I mean Vrajadham and also Navadip Dham?
comparing dham is also dham aparad. But it is said to do Brajamandal Parikrama, you need 1 month. To do Navadip Mandal Parikrama, 1 week. And to do Sri Kshetra Parikrama, 1 day. So by that you can understand, Jagannath Puri is very merciful. So whatever benefit you get by doing Chaturmasya Vrata, you can get that benefit by doing Brajamandal Parikrama. Okay. And if you can get that same benefit by doing Bhishma Panchak Vrata, and you can get the same benefit of Chaturmasya by performing Sri Kshetra Parikrama. 1 day. Shortcut, if you want to do anything shortcut, go to Jagannath Puri. Okay, very simple, very easy, but unlimitedly merciful place.
Thank you, Maharaj. That was Pranam.
Haribol. Not happy? Okay. Okay. Give the mic.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the class. This is regarding that outsourcing of Harinam.
Do you like that idea?
No, and no. I mean, I don't know whether I like it or not. All the rituals is outsourced. The Hotri does, and on behalf of the person who wants to perform. So how does it? How to relate that with what you narrated, Maharaj?
Rituals.
Rituals,
Which ritual?
any of the rituals like doing yagna, homa, and all, the Hotri does on behalf of the person who wants to do and gives the benefit to the person who is doing it, who wants to do it.
Bhakti is beyond rituals. Bhakti is spiritual. If you do rituals, you will stay in this world and do rituals. Saha, Saha, do that. That's not a problem. That's very auspicious. Punya karma. But if you want to do spiritual activity, you have to do it by yourself. Mother Jashoda never outsources the churning. If you want to be part of Krishna's pastime, it cannot be delegated. Right? If you want to be part. If you want to delegate the service, you also will be delegated. And Krishna will also delegate you. Where? In this material world. So service cannot be delegated. Management can be delegated. But service to the Lord cannot be delegated. That is personal relationship with the Lord. How it can be delegated? That is our eternal position. You understand? There are two kinds of service. Sadhaka service, Siddha service. Those who have attained perfection, their service cannot be delegated. Rupa Goswami cannot delegate his service to anybody else. That's a service, eternal service. You understand? That is the point I am trying to make. Chanting of the holy name cannot be delegated. That's your eternal service. Right? It cannot be delegated. But certain management responsibilities can be delegated. right? Good news for the manager.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare
Why?
Krishna.
Thank you. You are not happy, I understood.
No, no, Maharaj. I mean, I was just trying to understand, because even that aspect, when you are
Some devotees, they hire cooks to cook for the deities at home. That's not a good practice. If you don't have time to cook for the deities, then why you have invited deities in your house? That's not a good mood. So I have seen no time. If you don't have time for Krishna, then why invite Krishna in your home? They think maid servants will cook. That's not the way Shastra teaches us. They think cooking is also very secondary service, even in temple also. Oh, we can hire cooks, we can hire pujaris, but preaching cannot be delegated. We can hire preachers also. What's the problem? We can hire everything. Such offensive statement. Preaching is not available in the spiritual world. Preaching is only available in the material world. That's why it's very dear to Krishna. It doesn't mean that cooking for Krishna can be hired. Who does cooking for Krishna? Who is the head cook? So what an offensive statement that we can hire cooks. Who does Mangalarti for Krishna, Radha and Krishna? Lalita Vishaka. We can be delegated. The most confidential service, cooking for the Lord and doing pujari service for the Lord. They don't have to go to Bhoma Vrindavan also. If they attain perfection here, they can go directly to Golok Vrindavan. Janana Spur told. Others they have to go through. Even the preachers they have to go through Bhoma Vrindavan. But the pujaris can go directly to the spiritual world. So you should understand the gravity of devotional service. And that is available in this, that is what's the real enjoyment? Preparing notes and giving lecture is the enjoyment. It's not the eternal activity of the spirit soul. That is for propagating Krishna consciousness. But what is our eternal activity? That has to be understood and recognized. And unless you develop attachment for that, there is no hope. Is that clear?
Yes, Maharaj.
Making the points a little strong, but that has to be done. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for a wonderful session. So this point of having a maid servant for cooking or any other service which is very close to, this is very easy to understand now. Having a maid servant for cleaning the house or cleaning the kitchen and things like that. So,
So please stop the recording now. Then I can be more open. Because people don't appreciate these things. What to talk about? Done? Everything should be off.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavats Pranam Maharaj. But of devotees who are online, we want to listen, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, they are not able to hear what they are saying. So maybe all of you may have to ask some devotees there. Because those who are the host, if they remove the live, then it can be opened. I don't know who is hosting it. So immediately if they take the action, then it can be done. I don't know who is the host.
But YouTube recording is still going on, Pramod.
Yeah, YouTube game may go on. Now that's what. If they stop the YouTube, then I can request them to open the mic because I am down. Whoever is the host, I don't know who is the host. It is in the ISKCON Cultural Center name, so they have to do the needful.
Okay, Prabhu. Otherwise, you tell us later.
I am also not there in the class, Mataji. I have come down for some service of Maharaj.
Okay. Okay,
I am
Prabhu.
also listening. Yeah. Prabhu, Shri Balaji Prabhu, or anybody who is there, who is the host?
Sankarshan Prai Prabhu.
Hmm. Let me try out.
It's ISKCON Cultural Center.